It's time for Africa.
This time for Africa.
Oh, I have no grip. But we don't have it on our car, so they're going to stop and inquire for sure. They were flashing to alert that there's a speed camera ahead with cops. It's a Mahindra, bro.
To let you into the country.
Yes.
That's a big problem.
Hello and welcome to another unplanned travel trip wherein me and my good friend Gagan go exploring in and around South Africa in a Mahindra Scorpio N. On the first day, we went to the dunes. This is Gagan trying to climb this steep incline.
Nope.
And failing at it miserably.
Nope.
Probably we needed a G-Wagon here.
Nope.
This is obviously a body on frame platformed car, which means that it's very rugged, and then we have also got a low range transfer case, but I'm on 4 high. In case the situation becomes very tricky, I've come to 4 low as well, and then ground clearance is okay, approach angle is good, but breakover angle is fine. Departure angle is a bit of a problem here, not a bit, quite a bit of a problem here. That's the reason the rear bumper keeps getting out. Yeah, the rear bumper keeps coming out and now it's cracked. Ouch! So you can just slot it back into place, but if you drive it with the rear bumper out, it's going to get cracked, and that's something I suspect might just happen today. Okay, look at this car. I mean, it's quite effortless because steering is light. Steering doesn't have any feel, yeah, that is the only issue. There is no feel in the steering wheel onto the throttle. Other issue I face here is that if I want to drift and slide and all, I can't do it because ESP is very intrusive. It keeps kicking in. Yeah, oh my god, that is quite the decline there, but it's so much fun. This sand is not very loose as such. It's a little bit hard, so you won't get stuck. And then obviously I've deflated the tires a bit, so it was like 30 psi regular, so I've deflated it to around 20 psi, though I should be deflating it even further. Want to climb something as aggressive? Very much possible. Only thing is, when you do that, you are 100% going to get the rear bumper out of the car. There, ESP kicking in continuously is such a pain now, this ESP system. Torquey engine, so much fun. And you know what, I've just paid rupees 1000 to access all of this for the whole day. Yeah, the car has to be yours. If you want to go in an ATV, you have to pay around 5000 rupees for 1 hour, because apparently fuel is the expensive thing. Look, I'm pointing here. Where am I going? Anywhere. So let's try and do some stunts right away. Oh my god, I am getting into the wrong place because it's a bit water there. So that's a bit of a problem, but oh yeah. I am just throwing so much. Oh my goodness, opposite lock kicked in. That is the real fun of doing this madness right now. And then traction control turns on at certain speeds, but I am loving this. It's all fun and games till you realize you're breaking something in the back, because a lot of our luggage is also lying, and now traction control is not giving me the power which I need. But this is just phenomenal. Oh man, I had a phenomenal time in the dunes with the Scorpio N, minus a cracked bumper. Dune bashing done, it was time to re-inflate the tires, fill up diesel, and also remove sand from the car. Hey man, check out this cool road. This single carriageway had a speed limit of 120 kilometers per hour. By the way, this $ sign means no stopping here whatsoever. the bumper came out again. Johnny Sins, aka Mr. Gagan Chaudhary, then fixed the bumper with some glue. "30 minutes later, we were back on the road and reached our destination for the day. We woke up to realize we stayed at a very beautiful place. But today's drive was long, so we hit the road.
Take off, bro, take off.
Yo! Can you believe it? We are still in South Africa and there's not a single soul in sight. That's because we took a small diversion to take these shots. Slightly off the road, but extremely beautiful. The roads are just unbelievable, completely empty, no speed limits. I mean, there's no speed marking as such, there are no speed cameras here, which means you can go. And of course, the Scorpio N is moving a lot here because of the wind, but the drive has been absolutely phenomenal. Unfreaking believable. Ruk ja bhai, ruk ja. I don't know what hurry Gagan has. I think he wants to hit the loo like always. So you can see what a beautiful route. And they have these laybys here. So in these laybys now you can just stop and remove your picnic and eat in those huts. Isn't that super cool here? The car is not getting dirty. I mean, it's a little dirty, but it's not got as dirty as I expected it to, considering we went through some really bad patches of road. Yes, a good road ends abruptly and you end up on such roads, which isn't an issue for the Scorpio N. Even on these bad roads, the Scorpio N is unfazed. This car is rugged and built for such kind of terrains. And that is the reason, my friends, why you need real SUVs, not fake pseudo front-wheel drive jacked up hatchbacks. And since our Scorpio N is equipped with 4-wheel drive, we were quite relaxed when driving on such terrain, although we did not have to engage 4-wheel drive mode yet.
Wow.
Part of our journey today had arrow straight roads, but because of the lack of tarmac, the Scorpio N was spraying a lot of mitti all around, which meant rear visibility was quite poor, so we decided to fly the drone. This amazing dead straight non-tarmac road gave us an opportunity to test the top speed of the Scorpio N, and boy oh boy, we didn't think we could hit top back on such a road, but the Scorpio N surprised us. We had our own private runway where we realized that the Scorpio N sold in South Africa has a limited top speed of 160 km per hour, and at that speed, it did not frighten us. We drove non-stop till we found a place to stop and stretch. Basically, toilet jana tha. And I'm not Gagan that I will water the plants or the flowers.
And it is the season of flowers, so you see crazy amount of flowers all around here. I think 200-300 kilometers. See, we have orange, we have yellow, we have purple as well. So all kind of flowers. My goodness, this is so amazing. Bio break done, and now we were crossing through the mountains. And because the roads were so good, we decided to stop and fly the drone again. The road was simply mind-bogglingly high in terms of quality. Super smooth and devoid of even a single vehicle around. And just look at that view. Doing the top speed runs, we realized we were running out of fuel. So we stopped to fill diesel, check tire pressure and clean the windscreen. Where has everybody gone? Should we be happy or should we be scared that we are the only ones on the road? Remember, it's South Africa and this place is known for mugging. But since the sun was setting, we stopped quickly to fly the drone because this was the most beautiful part of today's journey. In fact, everything around here was so mesmerizing that we took the car on an off-road trail around here to get some amazing shots against the sun. Our initial plan was to stay near the South Africa border, spend the night to research about where do we head next, but then I suggested to Gagan, let's just drive to Namibia today.
If you notice, they have this NAM sticker which is for Namibia. We should be having a CA sticker. CA sticker is needed, right? ZA sticker for South Africa, but we don't have it on our car, so they're going to stop and inquire for sure.
I then bought a ZA sticker for rupees 200 and stuck it on the car because we were heading to the border. First, we had to exit South Africa, which meant some formalities like filling forms and getting an exit stamp on our passport. And then we entered the Namibian border. We went to their office and they asked us vehicle papers and rupees 2000 to enter Namibia. The process was so fast that we were pleasantly surprised and happy too. Goodbye South Africa and hello Namibia. We straight away went to a resort and called it a night. The day started with sounds of the Orange River waking us up. Yes, that's the view from our campsite.
And time to exit the resort.
Without wasting much time, we hit the road. Today was a long drive, and since we had to cover a lot of distance, I didn't hesitate to hit the top speed of the Scorpio N right away. We stopped at a village to get some ice cream, and now we had 80 kilometers of horrible roads to drive on. While the roads were bad, or rather going from bad to worse, but since there were mountains around, the view from the top was absolutely scintillating. This particular road wasn't just straight. There were twists and turns, inclines and declines, and a lot of change in scenery every now and then. But finally the 80 kilometers were over, so we stopped to check the tires once again. Thank you to all the insects that sacrificed themselves and made their mark on our Scorpio N. We stopped for fuel and spotted a Tata Indica. So Gagan went and spoke to the owner and he was very unhappy with the car. He asked us to take it back. By the way, Gagan and his weird fantasies.
So, wala lubricant.
We spotted a scorpion signboard, so we stopped to click some pictures. The road here was butter smooth, which meant we were averaging really high speeds, and then all of a sudden, we saw this signboard. We became curious, how is there a runway around here? So we went there only to find a makeshift one.
Scorpio N, set it, clear for takeoff. Yeah.
It was time to test the Scorpio N's top speed again, but the runway wasn't long enough for the car to max out. It's then we realized that this is for smaller planes like Cessnas, and this runway seems to be rarely used, maybe just for emergencies. After this distraction, we realized we had a lot of distance to cover today, and soon the roads disappeared, but that did not stop an ostrich from racing us. These are the kinds of roads I'm driving on, and even though there are no roads, at least you have a pathway, and it's not that bad because there are no big fat potholes, and the Scorpio N is really gliding through here because
Oh my god, there's so many of these insects all over the place because the suspension makes no sound whatsoever. Really very smooth. The ride quality engine has good amount of performance as well. We can pull it to 140, 160 as well. The only big issue happens to be the ESP system of this car. It's super duper intrusive. It kicks in abruptly, applies the front brakes. You can hear it, zzz, karke it does. And then it's obviously going to eat the brake pads as well, which is a bit of a worry because Mahindra cars tend to do that. But look at this, no network, no roads, and we are having a jolly time here. Left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator, start-stop system has turned off the car and off we go! So today's journey is 680 kilometers, which is a lot, under 8 hours, which stops and everything, which is absolutely insane. Traction control light blinking right there. And we are doing 120 kilometers per hour. The car is all over the place at high speeds because there's no traction here, which doesn't really inspire confidence to push it hard actually. But then on the road, I'm doing 160 kilometers per hour quite comfortably. Another nice big bump. Oh my goodness. Oh, there, ESP system kicked in like really abruptly. So yeah, no traction here. You have to really hold the steering hard, continuously counter correct because you can see it's wavering all over the place. But what an engine, and the ride is absolutely unbelievable. Look at the car swing almost right, left and center. At these speeds, it's kind of unbelievable how this Scorpio is so freaking stable. Imagine this with another Mahindra car. Not possible at all. Oh my god, where is the car going? I have no freaking clue. And is there a big bump coming ahead? I think so, but whoa! Yo, there we have hit vehicle top speed. It said vehicle top speed for a bit. My heart is in my mouth honestly because I don't have the confidence in a Mahindra car to do all this. But yes, it's able to manage such kind of speeds, which is unfreaking believable. All this height and poor center of gravity and the aerodynamics of a refrigerator, it still doesn't really feel like it's a heavyweight car. And obviously it's in rear wheel drive mode right now. That's how it's sliding all over the place. We can put it into 4 high, but then he'll consume more fuel. And talking about fuel efficiency, it's returning around 9 kilometers per liter, which isn't bad. But then we are also driving at such insane speeds wherein it's drinking fuel right, left and center. I wish it could have gone faster still because 160 kilometers per hour is good, but it could be better. Yeah, there's some noise which is coming from outside. Look at the engine, it's so freaking comfortable. 160 plus, no problem at all. The only thing is I can't really see anything behind because it becomes so freaking dirty now. Continuously keep counter correcting at times. Now the car will also kind of go sideways. ESP will kick in very abruptly, and then thankfully you are back on the road. 162, that's about it. Can you believe it? On such a road, which is sort of off-road or no road, this car is maintaining such speeds. And now the speed alarm is buzzing. No speed alarm at 120 kilometers per hour, which is the USP of this car. So we started off from the border of Namibia and we are going towards the interiors, northwards today because the drive is really very long. We are driving at such speeds and obviously there's nobody on the road at all, absolutely nobody. But if you can see the amount of dust which is being kicked in behind, very crazy indeed. Now of course we are approaching some road, hopefully it's tarmac, but leave the steering wheel and see the car go little sideways here and there. It will go sideways and then ESP will kick in, and the problem is you can't turn off ESP because when you turn it off, it'll turn on at around 60 kilometers per hour, which is actually a turn off for you because then you can't go sideways. Otherwise, this is a very capable car, trust me on this. There's some dust coming inside the car even with all the windows rolled up now. Everything has become dirty. I actually cleaned the instrument cluster right now, but you can see it's full of dirt. It's crazy. The road is so arrow straight and endless that I can keep my right foot pinned to the throttle, to the ground, and I don't know till how long I can just keep doing that, and you can see I'm counter correcting on the steering wheel continuously because the car is sliding here and there. Rear wheel drive for the win. So much fun happening here, and oh my god, this should become officially the test track for a lot of automakers, because this is the place where you can test the top speed of a car as well as the suspension and the sound and the insulation. Oh my god, and also if there's any leakage in terms of dust which is coming from here or there. This is just unfreaking believable. वहाँ के क्या mountains है क्या?
नहीं, it just goes down and comes up.
Okay.
But those are sand mountains.
I feel that
Big
it's
sand
sort of a water body there. Hands are sweating. Look at my hand has become completely red holding the steering with that intensity. Although I can currently relax also, यार. ऐसे भी पकड़ सकते हैं style में. Singer in the house, Gagan Chaudhary. छुट्टा निकाल दो सब लोग. बोलो गाओ.
धड़कन से तेज दौड़ सपनों से
Amazing and private terrain. Nobody around at all, which means that you can drive this car at its top freaking speed.
Yep, that's me.
And that's a very tired me. So I just decided to take some rest on the road. But we had reached today's destination. We quickly checked into our campsite and headed for dinner.
What are you making?
Stir fry?
Stir fry? Yeah. Alright.
The food lacked taste though, and it was time for stargazing. Woke up to a very cold morning and even the Bichu N was freezing, so we warmed the car up. No matter the terrain, this car manages to make mincemeat of the worst of roads. Quite impressive.
Crazy tires. After driving 3000 kilometers, I am here. That is the Big Daddy Dunes. If you notice, people are actually climbing down and climbing up from there. And we have come in the Big Daddy of SUVs. Not really, because the Big Daddy of SUVs happens to be the Toyota Land Cruiser, the LC300. So what is the story of this place, which is known as Dead Vlei? Actually, around 900 years back, the climate completely dried up. And because of dunes all around, the river could not flow here. So this is actually a river bed. Yes, this is a river bed. And this completely dried up. It dried up so bad that these 1000-year-old trees did not have any water to decompose, so they just completely burnt under the sun, and they're standing like this ever since. And these trees are like super duper crazy dry, but it has now become a tourist spot. They have told us not to touch the trees or to stand on them or to sit on them or break them, so that future generations can also come and witness this madness. So you see super duper dry trees, but what an amazing place. In fact, if you notice one tree and that background, That is what you see exactly in the song Guzarish from Gajni. Asin and Shah Rukh Khan, sorry, Amir Khan were dancing somewhere here. I like Shah Rukh Khan, so I always remember him. I don't remember Amir Khan, honestly. But yeah, somewhere there this happened. To reach here, you have to really climb and walk and drive insane amount of kilometers, which we have done. So I kind of feel stupid now. But yeah, this is an amazing place. You should visit if you're a little bit mad like us. So this is actually the entry gate, and that's the reason all two-wheel drive cars are actually standing outside right there. So that's what happens when you get Thar rear-wheel drive. You are subjected to standing, or rather parking your car here in the parking lot. Losers! The tires have been deflated to go into the dunes. Right now I'm just going to maintain a speed of around 80-100 kilometers per hour. Otherwise you can just drive as fast as you like and as fast as you can keep the car under control, and this car is quite under control, which is fantastic. The only issue is that the tire pressure sensor for the rear left tire has gone for a toss. It says error there, so yeah, that's not kind of reassuring.
Aren't these dunes absolutely stunning to look at? This is of course captured on a drone. But the drone won't make it back. The point where the drone is going to fall.
1000 meters.
Where is that point?
Chalo, bye.
Okay.
We had to drive towards the dune to recover the drone.
So here we are. Drone landed right here. Gagan और उसकी हरकतें.
The drone obviously fell down because it was out of battery. We then started our journey back. At the exit, the security personnel was very inquisitive about the car, which now needed air in its tires. Look, a Tata truck and
Gypsy is here.
now it was time to head back to Cape Town, a distance of 1400 kilometers that would take around 16 hours of driving. And we were in a rush because Gagan had a flight to catch the very next day.
Cruising speed. Insane.
Which meant I had to drive the Scorpio N at its top speed for sustained periods of time. We were making good progress, but then came to a halt. By the way, lot of Mahindras here, and then we came to a halt again.
Even though the roads are fantastic, we have stopped here in front of the stop sign because there's a waiting of around 10 minutes as road works are going on. So first that side traffic will come, then they'll release us and they'll stop them. This is leading to a lot of delay because we're stopping for 10 minutes every 10 kilometers. Kind of sad and disappointing because the roads are just phenomenal to drive really fast here.
I tried to cover up for lost time by driving at top speed, but
Next level stuff happened. While driving at around 157 kilometers per hour, trucks are flashing from ahead and I'm like, I'm in my lane, why are they flashing? They were flashing to alert that there's a speed camera ahead with cops, and the cops obviously stopped us and they're like, you're driving at 150 kilometers per hour. They showed us in the book, as per your driving speed, the fine is 3,000 Namibian dollars, which is approximately 15,000 rupees. So we are like, we don't even have that much money. So then we were discussing. Gagan is like, how much you have? I said, I have approximately 400-500 rands. And I'm like, I'll give 200. Gagan is like, no, you can't give so less. And plus you have rands. I have Namibian dollars. Let me remove it. We were discussing this inside the car. The cop comes. He's like, whatever you have, you give. we gave him 200, which is approximately how much? 850 rupees? 850.
And you're like, okay.
He's like, good. I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's like, no, it's very good. You go have, enjoy your trip. अलग ही मजे में यहाँ पे लोग cops.
Since we had so much distance to cover, we drove non-stop with an average speed of 161 kilometers per hour. We were heading to the border to cross from Namibia to South Africa.
भाई अपने को इमिग्रेशन करना था, अपन करके ही नहीं है last time.
This dude is the reason for all the trouble.
You didn't report yourself to immigration and now you report yourself to immigration and you go out.
When we came, we were told to go that office.
Who told you that?
Someone was there who was standing to next gate.
But you didn't report yourself to immigration to let you into the country.
Yes.
That's a big problem now.
Sorry, but we were not told. So
You cannot do that. First thing, I know. First thing, you have to report yourself to immigration, and immigration can allow you into the country. Then you go pay for the road. Then you go with the fraud.
2 hours later.
बोलते you are illegal in Namibia.
साला तुम्हारी गलती है, हमें जाने क्यों दिया
तुम्हारा प्रोसेस गलत है. गगन ने तो सुना दिया उसको सीधा.
This officer was also asking us about the car. Anyways, we were now in South Africa where we were escorted due to road works. We reached the hotel and simply crashed. It had been a very long day. Next morning, we straight away headed to the pump. The car had just 5 kilometers of range. At the fuel station, some ladies were very inquisitive about the car because
It's a Mahindra, bro.
can you hear the sound? It exactly sounds like an aircraft at around 30-40,000 feet with all the wind noise, the turbulence, and yeah, I feel I'm flying right now. In South Africa, when there's a speed camera, they clearly tell you that. See, there's a marking saying speed camera and they actually flash from the rear. Ouch. Okay, finally reached the fuel pump. I started driving when the car had full tank and now the car has 0 fuel. 4 kilometers is the range. I've driven the car flat out continuously. Yes, I've driven the car continuously non-stop for around 400 kilometers with an average speed of 130 kilometers per hour plus, and now filling fuel, of course. Where the pump attendants felt bad for the car and started to clean it voluntarily, only ruining the filling station in the process. It started to rain, but that did not stop us from driving at top speed. Remember, Gagan has a flight to catch, which he managed to thanks to my brilliant driving. After 3,500 kilometers, it was time to say goodbye to the Scorpio N. The next day, I went to the airport and boarded a flight back to Mumbai. It has been one epic adventure.